Trade Genius.
What's up, guys? Philip at Trade Genius. All right, we're going to dive right into this Bitcoin outlook. This is the weekly chart. And if you recall last week, we said key levels are going to be what we highlighted here with these red horizontal lines. So we're looking at these prior weekly highs to get closed out over. What we did was we ran right up, got into this resistance area and got rejected pretty hard. So our weekly candle looks kind of bearish. This weekly candle is starting off green, which is good. So basically what's happened is we've come back to an area of support, not big support. So what I'm expecting to see happen is actually a move back up, and we're going to test this level that we came from. But weekly wise, guys, we didn't get a close outside of this pennant. So not real exciting. Didn't get a close outside of the weighted moving average 20. So again, some work to do. This is going to be par for the course as when you go transition from a bear market to a bull market, you're going to see this kind of stuff. But there is some strength here to be noted. It's just that we didn't get the confirmation on the close on this weekly candle. So bear that in mind, guys, as you're positioning this. So now what we're going to do is we're going to drop down to the daily. We're going to talk a little bit more about the rejection and support levels. Okay, so that daily bar was pretty ugly. Engulfing daily bars aren't fun. That also fired off a slingshot sell. So I think what's probably going to play out, guys, is we're going to retest up into these levels here as high as 39.40 or so. I think we'll see. And I think that's going to reject lower again. Now, I don't think that's the end of this up move. We did get three thrusts higher and then an engulfing bar. So I think this engulfing bar is going to play out lower before this is all said and done. But I still want to see, expecting probably an area of testing this 3620 level. And that's going to be pretty decent support resistance line that broke up. So that's the first area I'd actually like to see a bounce from. And then I think we could test back into this level again. If we get back up and break above 4K again, very high chance that we break these prior highs and then actually start looking at this upper trend line that is it's the major upper trend line. And that would be probably an area around that 4,400 mark where we would see a lot of selling come in at that point. So that's really the immediate play here. We did say last week, remember, as we rolled into that futures expiration, that we'd see a pivot. This move was just really sudden. So unless you had a working order at these levels, you probably didn't get a chance to get into that move down. But that's why I was saying, watch those moves up into the gaps or the S&P, not the S&P, the Bitcoin futures CME contract expirations on those monthlies, because that's where those things roll over. So that's why we cover those dates. Also, the other thing too to keep in mind, guys, and why I'm looking for a bounce kind of off this 63 or 3620 level is because we have a couple of gaps on the futures contract. So let's take a look at that real quick. So when you're looking for the futures on the Bitcoin chart, just go to BTC1 exclamation mark. Okay. And easiest thing to do is go to a 240 chart or 4-hour chart and you'll see the gaps. So we have a gap from this level here. So what happens with these gaps? And we also have a gap here at this level, because what happens, and some of you already know this, but the crypto markets are 24/7. The futures markets are not. They're with the traditional finance markets. So they are going to stop trading Friday afternoon and reopen Sunday evening. So if there's a big move, then there's a gap on the futures charts. Now, traders, algos, they love to close the gaps. It's like a black hole as far as the force of gravity to those things. So that's why I'd like to see a buy off this level here, especially if this rolls over before this gets filled up here. I think that would be a great play. And you also have quite a bit of volume in this area here. Another thing to note too, guys, is that the volume on the futures contracts is really picking up. We're getting higher and higher daily volumes. That means the institutional interest has been growing. Now, again, these future contracts aren't settled in Bitcoin, so this is strictly more of a hedging instrument or just a flat out speculative type play that's settled in cash. So, but you are seeing more involvement. So This is par for the course, I think, as we move towards, on into the year and the next year, we'll see these futures volumes grow and grow. But again, as far as the gaps go, this is going to equate to about 36.20 on the actual underlying Bitcoin price per Coinbase. And then on this upper one here, probably around 3,900 to the top side. That's why I think both this is a buy and this would probably be a sell on the first go at those levels. Okay, so there's your weekly outlook on Bitcoin, guys. I think there's still a lot of opportunity with market caps sustaining the levels that they're at. That we'll see a lot of opportunities in altcoins still. And I do think that Bitcoin isn't done messing around to the upside yet here. Just know that these levels are probably going to come into play this coming week. Okay. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Please hit like and subscribe, and I will see you on tomorrow's video. Take care. Bye.
Trade Genius.